A great time to be here. We have to say that as we count the days towards the end of the year, we have to observe Christmas before the new year. But more so, I have been telling you over the last week or two that you have to watch how much you spend. Your expenditure pattern December will have a reflection on January. And look, in January, the days are not just the normal days. To me, they are 75 days. So please get yourself motivated, know how to spend, try to itemize. You know, we had some great discussions the last week about how we need to make sure we do a list, a to-do list. It's not everybody this time because how the year has been for you to give a gift too. You don't necessarily need to gift people any other related Christmas gifts, but you can do the planning in such a way that you're fulfilled. Talking about fulfillment, there is grace in God's fulfillment. Now, as we count down to the end of the year, we have to take stock of all that has transpired. Just about 2 weeks ago, a great friend of mine, very good guy, he does no wrong in my perspective, had a gruesome accident. He nearly lost his life. Just shows how grace is abundant when we know that we can always look up to the heavens and to God. God has given us far more opportunities than we think. The opportunities that we always count are the car that we want, the house that we want to build, the friendship that we want to have, and then also that marriage we so much desire. But the ability to be able to speak, to breathe, to have life, to have breath, to have health, in itself is a miracle that God gives to everybody each minute that we live. We have to be grateful. But we have to be grateful knowing that it's not by our own will that we are what we are. It's not by our own might that we aspire to be who we want to be. As we take stock towards the end of the year, that gratitude also needs to be reflected in how we give reverence to God. It doesn't matter whether you're a Christian, you're a Muslim, you're a Buddhist, you're a Hindu, etc. Whoever you serve, make sure that you show gratitude. Thank you for joining us. The next 3 hours are for you. Make sure you are getting interactive. Facebook is always available for you. JoyNews on TV is on Facebook. And yesterday, we had great exclusivity on many of the related discussions and all the things that took place at that rally that was convened by the governing New Patriotic Party. The president, the vice president talked about it. And then you talk about the vice president. He said, look, we've had great fulfillment for the year. Since the MPP came into office, burdens of Ghanaians have reduced. So, well, my producers decided that we wanted to hit town. We wanted to gauge what the perspective is, what the vice president is saying and is telling us, and what really Ghanaians, ordinary people, that the few that we can sample, are thinking. But we also are going to do some great discussions, having the year into perspective. So we had a discussion with a member of parliament for Sekendi, Andrew Ejapamesa, who is also a legal practitioner, and then also his colleague in parliament, Al-Hassan Suhaini. He's a member of parliament for Tamale North. So we'll bring you that discussion, and I moderated that. It promises to be enlightening, and you will enjoy it as well. We have a couple of the newspapers in the studio. Today is the 23rd, tomorrow is the 24th, Wednesday is the 25th. Please, let's get into the groove straight away. Let's bring to you the latest news headlines. We also have some itemized Christmas carols just to make sure that we count the hours to mark Christmas. Thank you for joining us for the show.